Only a few saviors left. They have to spend all their ammunition in a desperate approach to get out of this building to make a run for it, right? So that was my understanding, basically. But then came episode 8. Apparently Negan still has a vast army. He has freaking grenade launchers. Where did these grenades come from? Why didn't they use it against the zombies in front of their doors? Well, yeah, in this video it's about The Walking Dead and how it's super confusing to me. This is just my opinion, but to me it's really confusing. I get parts of it, but other parts are just weird. Let's put it this way. Oh yeah, and before we start, if you want your name in lights, better buy in while it's still dirt cheap. Let's do this. Starting it off with episode 2. This got me so confused. It pretty much started off with a bunch of characters, the group from Ezekiel and Carol laying on the ground. Like, what? There we have Carol. I was like, what the hell is going on? I watched this segment 2 times and I was still confused. I pretty much had to rewatch the first episode for it to make sense. Still doesn't make any sense to me, because if you look at this whole scenario, it looks like a Hellfire rocket came down, obliterated all the buildings around, and it's like dust all over the place. But apparently this was some sort of magic grenade. As always, to be safe, I can only show you screenshots. So this right there, that was the explosion from this grenade, and to me it looked like a smoke grenade because there is a lot of smoke and the explosion was, you know, kind of tiny. But whatever, this got me super confused this early in the season. Then of course there were all sorts of other weird moments, but nothing majorly striking to me. Since episode 7 everyone hates Eugene, it seems, but I really like the character development. Kind of sad, but that was actually good. But this episode also started off the major confusion. Oh, and I forgot, Rick went to the trash people to, you know, try again to get them to fight for him. That was so nonsensical to me. Why would he do this? So stupid, alone, and what? That was pretty freaking stupid, and apparently he lost quite a lot of time. So when he finally made it happen, it was apparently too late. Everyone was already gone or dead, we don't know that. And that was pretty much the last frame from the 7th episode. And yeah, check this out, take a close look. So there we have this dumpster which Daryl drove into the sanctuary, opening up this wall for the walkers to get in and cause mass scale hysteria. That was indeed an amazing scene though. That was epic. More saviors died, and at this point Sanctuary was the last hideout, and it looked like that there are only a few saviors left, and that's another important point. We will get to that later. And when they got control over the situation, they, you know, a few days passed apparently, and then Negan and Eugene talked. Eugene tried stuff, you know, with this airplane rip Eugene's iPod. And then when Eugene and Negan had another face-to-face conversation, they talked about blazing their way through the walkers. Negan asked him, will my bullet maker be able to fill up my magazines again? And it seemed to me like they need to spend a lot of ammo. They will be pretty much down to 0. They will just be able to get out of here and then just make a run for it. But no. Only a few saviors left. They have to spend all their ammunition in a desperate approach to get out of this building to make a run for it, right? So that was my understanding basically. But then came episode 8, the mid-season finale. So many weird moments. Jesus. And as we can see, apparently Negan still has a vast army. He has freaking grenade launchers. And he was able to coordinate such an effective counterattack. What? How is this possible? Then there was also this part with the tree on the street. They have weapons and stuff. They conveniently stopped in front of this tree and just like waited. Pretty much a few seconds later, like perfectly timed, saviors show up. Good guys still just waiting in the cars doing nothing. What? They have at least a few cars full of guys with weapons. Why are they just sitting there? It doesn't make any sense to me. Well, but apparently it was a perfect decision, because the only thing that happened to the good guys was that one guy got shot. He was behind Maggie and I don't even remember him. Like, he's totally new to this. I seriously have no clue who this guy was. So they just shot a recently introduced character, mattered to no one. So basically no loss for the hilltop right there. What? Then they just carried on. I don't even know what happened to this tree. Meanwhile, Negan and his saviors just blast the hell out of every single building. Freaking noob tubers right there. Where did these grenades come from? Why didn't they use it against the zombies in front of their doors? Remember, they waited for this 50 BMG? No, it was a machine gun. I don't know. So that they can make an escape. I don't know, it's so confusing to me. Just this huge turn of events does not make any sense to me. Negan just pulled a bunch of saviors out of the blue, bunch of ammunition, explosive, cars, tons of resources. Why did they even panic in the first place when they have so much stuff? It was just so weird. And in the end, our beloved Carl got randomly bitten by a walker. When the hell did that happen? And why is this wound so negligible? I don't get these bite wounds. When a walker comes up to you, he will just rip a piece out of your... He only does does this? What? It doesn't make any sense. Buried his teeth for a moment and then decided to let go. Or maybe it was yet another perfect timing. Buried in them teeth and then Kara shot him. I don't know. It had a few epic moments, but it's just way too confusing for me to, you know, lean back and enjoy the show. It's just not submersive whatsoever. Every inconsistency, it just pulls me out. Keeps me thinking like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. I can't explain it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, but well, what do I know? Just my opinion. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for this video. Subscribe so I'm not homeless, and I will see you next time.